This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Now at 6 o'clock, we're continuing to follow multiple shootings and a stabbing overnight that left 2 people dead and another person hurt. So this is video from the scene of the most recent shooting. It happened just a couple of hours ago on Southeast Taylor near 20th. Police say 1 person was hurt and taken to the hospital. Around 11:30 last night, meanwhile, there was a deadly shooting in Northeast Portland. Officers say they found a man who was shot at Northeast 55th and Haslow. He was also taken to the hospital, but that man later died. Police have not yet arrested anyone in this case. Having said all that, we also want to take you out live to an active scene. This is the scene of a fatal stabbing that happened overnight in Southeast Portland. KGW's Thomas Schultz joins us live from there with more. Thomas?
Yeah, Drew, I mean, you can see behind us, there's still police activity from this scene of a stabbing that happened around 12:30 last night. Crews have been out here all morning looking into this stabbing and investigating what exactly happened here. Now, this is in the Powellhurst neighborhood at the intersection of Southeast 136 and Southeast Division Street. When officers arrived on scene, they found a man suffering from life-threatening injuries. Police say that man was transported to a local hospital where he then died. Now, in that stabbing, a suspect has been detained. We don't yet know their name or the name of the victims. But as you can see, again, once behind us, I mean, police have been out here all morning. They have the road blocked off here from 136 to 137. Police tape still up. Some officers are now beginning to leave again. This happened around 12:30 this morning. So we're about 5.5 hours into this investigation. We'll continue to update this and provide more information as we learn it. Drew?
All right, Thomas Schultz live for us here this morning talking about that situation. Of course, we're also hearing about road closures because of all this. Chris, what's the latest?
Yeah, so right where Thomas is on Southeast 136, that's the big thoroughfare here between Division and Clinton. That is closed right now for that ongoing investigation. Also, a section of Clinton closed between 136 and 137. So be aware of that as you make your way out the door this morning. The freeway drive is in good shape. Here's I-5 from Wilsonville rolling right along. And of course, Interstate 84 after that 13-hour closure Saturday night. 84 now is, of course, reopened as well. So far, Rod, the freeway drive is in pretty good shape this morning.
All right, sir, thank you for that. Good news, generally speaking, there on the freeways. We have the beautiful illumination of the ground from the sun out in Wasco County. That's the Oregon Veterans Home Camera out in the Dalles. Right now, 65 again. You folks expected to be up to about 95 today. Portland, I think we hold in the 80s. We'll call it mostly sunny skies over the city right now. There are some clouds up to the north. Our temperature is 61. We'll be 75 at noon, and I'm stopping the temperature, trying to anyway, at 88 this afternoon. Drew?
All right, thank you very much for that, Rod. Federal investigators continue their work in Butler, Pennsylvania, after an assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump during a rally on Saturday. Federal agents say the motive of the alleged shooter, here's a look at him, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, remains unclear. 3 senior U.S. law enforcement officials confirmed that he used a semi-automatic rifle to fire at least 8 shots before Secret Service snipers took him out. Former President Trump says the upper part of his right ear was pierced by a bullet during the shooting. We'll have much more on the investigation into the assassination attempt coming up here at 6:30. Right now, though, we want to talk about what's happening today, because 2 days after the assassination attempt, Republican delegates, including some local representatives, are in Wisconsin for this week's Republican National Convention. KGW's Ashley Grahams has more.
This morning, tens of thousands of people will gather at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. One of them is Gabriel Buehler, an Oregon delegate traveling from Washington County.
Being part of something that was prescribed by the founding fathers in the Electoral College in the Constitution, that's right up there. It takes the cake for me.
The convention begins just 2 days after a gunman attempted to assassinate former President Donald Trump during a campaign rally.
Everybody's really happy and thankful to God that his life was spared and it wasn't taken from us. We all know that he has more to do to help this country.
Buehler blames hateful rhetoric and the media for the violence. On Sunday, Trump landed in Milwaukee. A member of his communications team posted this video. He pumps his fist in the air, walking off the plane. The former president saying in a post on Truth Social that he cannot allow a potential assassin to change his schedule or anything else.
We will continue to assess the security environment and adapt our security measures as appropriate.
The Secret Service assuring the public they're prepared and confident in the security plan they have in place.
There's a presence here everywhere, like everywhere. So I feel very safe.
As the convention begins, Bueller says it's truly an opportunity for everyone to come together.
It's about all of us. It's not just about which side you're on. And that's the problem that's going on right now.
In Portland, Ashley Grams, KGW News.
One of the biggest questions for the Republican Party remains who former President Trump will select as his running mate. It's not confirmed that this decision will come during the convention this week, but there's also some speculation that an announcement could happen as early as today. Meanwhile, coming up tonight, Lester Holt sits down with President Biden for an exclusive one-on-one interview. You can watch a preview during NBC Nightly News at 5:30, followed by the full unedited interview at 6 o'clock. Then KGW will bring you NBC's special coverage of the Republican National Convention. That starts at 6:30. So because of all that, there will be no local 6 o'clock news tonight. Instead, KGW will air an hour of local news starting at 8, followed by our regularly scheduled news at 11.
With the first pick of the 2024 MLB draft, the Cleveland Guardians select Travis Bazzana, a second baseman from Oregon State University.
Travis Bazzana. Going #1 overall, Rod. The Oregon State product goes to, as we just heard there, the Cleveland Guardians. He hit .360 during his 3 seasons at OSU. He also holds a number of records, including 45 home runs and 220 runs scored.
You want to be with a group of people. I mean, there's only one table in Texas or one couch, you know, like, I don't know. I wanted to do this, and I care a lot about this program, and being here is special. It's just one of those moments that's like, it's such a crazy moment that you can't really put it in words because it would kind of understate it. I don't know. It was amazing.
I'll tell you one more interesting thing about Bazzana in a second, Rob. But first, this. The Seattle Mariners picked 15th in the first round yesterday, and they selected a two-handed pitcher. Not a switch hitter, but a switch pitcher out of Mississippi State who has a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, which these days is kind of common, but it's completely uncommon to be able to throw it 99 miles an hour with both hands.
Both hands?
Yes.
Wow.
So that pick again going to the Mariners, but back to Bazzana, out of Oregon State, but he's from originally Australia. The Beavers recruited him out of Australia. Wow. So he came from down under to Corvallis and now in Major League Baseball.
Back to that pitcher. Is he going to stare down the batters? And he's doing this. He's like, which hand do you think I'm going to throw from? And then he winds up and he fires and the batter doesn't know.
I can't do anything with my left. Like my weak hand, it's absolutely useless. I might as well walk through life like this.
Notice I click my maps with my right hand. So here I am trying to attempt to click the weather map with my left hand. You ready? I'm going to try to do it. See, I can't do it, Drew. I can't do it.
Man down.
We have.
Weatherman down.
I do want to get serious and show you that we have some showers popping up into southern Oregon this morning, and that's going to turn into a scattered storm threat around Burns and other areas of southeastern Oregon today. The one alert we currently have from our friends at the National Weather Service in gray shading, Wasco County, much of southern and southeastern Oregon, including Burns, air quality alerts are out, and the problem is absolutely bad wildfire smoke. There is very unhealthy now being reported down around Burns and Harney County, where you see that purplish tone. Here on the west side of our state, dots are all green. That's good air quality. Wind flow continues to be from the west, so we're not really getting any, we'll call it significant smoke blowing into the valley. But there you can see a couple of the plumes. There's a fire outside of Dufur. There's another fire outside of Condon. There's the fire down around Burns. Again, where you see the red and the orange, that's thick wildfire smoke that absolutely is expected to produce overcast skies because the smoke is so bad. Here's a look at where we just have good old-fashioned marine clouds. It's overcast up and down the coast. That's Lincoln City from our Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera. You get up over the Cascades, it's mainly sunny. Looking at Mount Jefferson, of course, there in the middle from Timberline looking south down the range. We do have a marine push that's producing cloudiness up in Cowlitz County. That's Kelso, Longview. We also have some clouds being reported across a good chunk of Clark County this morning. But so far, downtown Portland, which could cloud up, is holding mostly sunny. We have clouds being reported up along the Columbia River right now. 61 is the temperature out at PDX. It's 60 down in Salem. These are the current numbers, kind of where we've been, right? 50s and 60s statewide. 57 if you're driving up to Seattle early this morning is our current number. Our valley forecast. Another warm to hot day. We just cannot break this stretch of weather, which is producing anything from upper 80s to 90s day after day after day. And here we go again. 92 expected in Salem. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. It has been much more comfortable up to our north. Again, there's Longview, only around 80 today, where it is overcast right now. Battleground 87, some early clouds, but becoming sunny. In Vancouver, the same at 88. I think Portland stops around 88 degrees, so shy of 90. But tomorrow, notice the red and notice the high. In the PM hours for a high temperature of 97 degrees, we've issued a KGW weather impact alert day. We basically want you to be aware that tomorrow is going to be noticeably hotter than the other days, so please plan your day accordingly. And there is a storm chance tomorrow overnight ending early Wednesday morning. And I am watching the chance we have another 97-degree day on Saturday, and that's your update.
Yeah, a couple of 97s on the board. We appreciate the update, Rob.